is like I feel like she want me to spend money on her first, which I'm not trying to do.
Right.
Because I haven't had to spend money on females in the past. Like if I got a chance to crack, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so I'm basically asking like, what do you think I should do, like personally?
How you know she's trying to get you to spend money on her?
Because I mean, I'm a little iffy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't really know if she want me to spend money on her. But at the same time, it's like these are what my friends is telling me. Like, yo, spend money on her. I take her out on a date, and maybe she'll let you crack. But at the same time, I'm not used to doing that.
Okay. Okay. How'd you meet her?
I'm at a Taco Bell. I ain't gonna find ran down on
So we not have this. We don't have to spend a lot of money apparently.
her. Yeah, you
They
right.
met at
You
the
right.
Taco Bell. How old are you two?
I'm 24. She 25.
Okay. Hmm. So what's like the most recent interaction that y'all have had?
We literally spoke on the phone with her last night. I don't speak to her every day, so it'd be like on and off basically. She came to my house twice though. Like she came all the way from Jersey to New York. She did that twice, so there's
How
that.
long of a drive is that?
You said how long of a drive?
No, how long of a drive? Yeah, you said she came from New Jersey to New York.
That's like what an hour and a half.
Okay. You didn't make nothing shake then?
I tried to the second time she pulled up, but she stopped me when I tried to reach for
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, huh? Feel me?
I got you. I got you. Okay. I mean, so what makes you think she wants you to spend money on her then?
This is what my friends is telling me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get advice from them, and they like, yo, maybe she not jacking you.
No,
Taking her
no,
back to your place. Maybe she wants you to take her out. See what happens if you
that's
take her
not it.
out.
That's not it.
That's not it.
If Shorty wanted you to take, if that was like a standard that she had, she wouldn't have came over to your crib in the first place.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-mm.
other girls came over and shit got spicy. I ain't gonna lie.
Right, right. I mean, some women just want to be more comfortable, bro. This requires
Mm,
more time. So you probably just need to see her more if that's all you want. It seems like that's what she wants too. She probably just ain't comfortable enough with it yet.
mm,
You know what I mean? Like you gotta with women, you always look at the subtext, sub communication. You gotta read between the lines. So like this is a 25-year-old, so she's been around the block. I'm assuming not like she
yeah.
just a bop or something like that, but she's probably been around, or had some experiences. I mean, she knows what it means to come over to the house. So if like a woman who was expecting you to spend money on her and stuff like that, and she had a higher standard of treatment, just ain't coming to your crib. She's just not doing it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So her coming over would suggest that she on the same type of timing as you. She probably just don't feel comfortable enough to cross that threshold yet because she don't know you that well.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
Hmm.
I had that experience with other girls. Crack. I tried to go over to their place, and they was like, "Yo, I don't even trust you yet." So it took a little minute, but
Yeah,
I see what you're
it's just a
saying.
comfort thing. Feel more
Yeah,
comfortable. But it sounds like she's on that same type of timing though. So
yeah.
yeah, just spend more time with her. This ain't like you getting something and she's not.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So more than likely, that's what's going
So
on.
bottom line, what you're saying is like, oh, if she wasn't willing to come to the crib, then it would have been that like, oh, take me out, this and that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they would have. She would have absolutely said it, or she would have either ghosted you or outright said that she don't rock like that when you set out the proposition for her to come over.
And do you feel like she would have made that known early, like early on when you first started speaking?
She
Like,
would
yo,
have
I'm gonna
made
be
that
taking you out.
known. She would have made that known the moment you try to get her over.
Mm. All right, but I appreciate you.
No problem, brother. All right, all right. A little spicy call to start things off, huh? Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
What can I do for
I'm fine.
Yeah.
you? What can I do for you? It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Had to put him out of his misery real quick. All right, people. This is a dating and relationship Q&A. Ask me anything about dating and relationships. Any problem that you have, I am here to solve it. You can do so by hitting the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I will bring you up and solve your issue. This is not matchmaking. I don't care if you want a husband. Don't care if you want a wife. Don't come up here with that bullshit. This is for people who want to talk dating and relationships, okay? So just hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person to come up. You can also drop your question in the chat and I will answer if we do not have an active caller, okay? Yo. I don't think Buddy meant to come up. If you meant to come up, bro, you can request back up, but it seems like you didn't mean to come up. You can request back then, bro, if you meant it, and I'll bring you back up. Yo.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. It's been about a month since we last spoke. I don't know if you remember me. I know you speak to a lot of people, but I was the avoidantly attached dude that was on here about a month ago.
Okay.
And just wanted to. I got more questions for you, man.
All right. Let's hear them.
Yeah. So, if how do I deal with imposter syndrome in dating? Like, I followed your advice, but you said, right when I'm in a relationship, I should have 5 things that, unless these things happen, I can't leave, and I did that exercise. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to meeting people, how do I handle still expecting things to go bad somehow for no reason?
Okay. So specifically, what are your expectations? Like the last time you had those expectations, what specific expectations did you have?
Well, I could give you a current example of somebody I'm dealing with now, right?
Okay.
So this girl's a very attractive woman on paper, right. Everything I'll be looking for. Mm-hmm. But she asked me to book her flight for her to come see me, and I don't know, that kind of makes me want to pull away a little bit, but I know like it's probably in my head, like it's just or I'll do tell her pay for flights, I don't know. But I feel like this is another example of me meeting somebody that's very good and I'm taking something small and blowing it up.
Let's not be too hasty. So how'd you meet her?
I've known her for years.
Okay, how many years?
At work.
At work? What is she?
We don't work together anymore.
Okay, how far apart are y'all?
She's on the West Coast, I'm in the Midwest.
Okay. So how did this conversation even come up with you flying her out?
It's kind of a thing where I shot my shot maybe 3 years ago. She had a boyfriend, and I started seeing someone, and our DMs had some just some flirting back and forth. So I deleted, and I made a new Instagram page actually, and then she refollowed me again recently on my new page. So I took that as a signal, that she's trying to. And then I shot again. It turns out she's single, but
flying out thing has got me wanting to not pursue something that could potentially be good. And I don't know if that's a good enough reason or not.
What are your intentions here?
I mean, ultimately, the goal is always, I want to have a family, but I try not to have expectations when when I'm going into something new. Kind of just let it play out. But I can't. I'm gonna lie. I catch feelings. So if I fly this girl out, and I guess maybe I'm worried about being vulnerable too. I don't know.
Okay. So
He already smashed. I have not smashed. This girl I have not smashed. Not at all.
So how, like, literally what did she say about flying her out?
Alright, so she posted something on her Instagram at a nice restaurant in her city. And she said date night at so-and-so restaurant. Then I was like, next date night should be where I'm at. Just like, on some player shit, And then she's like, oh, book a flight. And then we've been talking. And then she brought up the flight again today. And it's like, I've never done this before. I don't know.
Was she on a date?
Is that what?
Was she on a date?
No, she was out with like coworkers.
Okay, all right. Do you have any reservations about flying to her?
No. You think that would be a smarter way to go about doing it?
That's what I've done in the past. I ain't flying nobody out, but I'll fly to you, make a little trip out of it. But no, that feels like a feeler to see how much, like, what she can get out of the situation.
Yeah, that's the kind of vibe I got, but I wasn't sure,
Yeah. Given the context of the conversation, it's like, will he do this? It sounds like she could afford to fly out to you, right? But it's like,
oh yeah, she's not struggling.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, let me see if I can get him to book me a flight out. So I don't do nothing like that. But, like, because I would also think if your intentions are for something serious, then you have to think about sustainability, right? So, for example, let's say that she couldn't afford to fly out to you. Then that would mean it would be on you to either fly to her or to fly her to you. And is that sustainable?
I mean, we're both doing okay. We're in sustainable maybe for about a year until, you have to have a conversation what we're doing here. But, like, the back and forth wouldn't be an issue for me personally.
Okay. I mean, it's on you, boss. I mean, if you wanna fly her out, you can fly her out.
No, I like the idea of going to her. I never looked at it that way. That's actually probably.
But, like, how far are y'all into the conversation?
We spoke about exes and all that stuff and what she like. We've been texting for like a few days now, back and forth.
Okay. So y'all, like, kind of in the early stages of reestablishing something?
Yeah, and when I say reestablish, this is what. All right, so we both work in corporate. We both work in healthcare. And she said years ago, she said, I always thought you were cute, but I never said anything because I was shy. And then I was like, oh, what's crazy? You should have said something. But she's like, no, I had a boyfriend at the time, but blah, blah, blah. So that was like 3 years ago. So there's been some mutual interest there for a while.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I'll just fly over there.
Fly over there.
Yeah. It sounds like y'all got to talk a little bit more. But, like,
yeah, it's fresh. This is all like 3 days ago. But like I said, on paper,
because you can also argue that she was, like, just being playful, because what you were saying was being playful. So I wouldn't even read too deeply into it, right? But yeah, just keep talking to her to see if y'all actually vibe in these new seasons of life, and then if you do want to meet up, just fly to her.
So how do you like? What are some signs where you can be like, okay, she's not playful, like she's being serious? What should I look for?
You're overthinking it now.
Oh my god.
You're overthinking it. Just talk to her and vibe out. if she's like making time for you to talk on the phone and stuff like that, or FaceTime, and wanting to talk to you for an extensive amount of times and getting vulnerable at times and stuff like that, then just propose a meet and go out there.
Just slow it down, just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just vibe out. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Like, it's too early into the connection to be like putting that much pressure on it, trying to look for the failure point. Like, y'all literally are just reestablishing the connection. This is about vibing a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I have a bad habit of doing that. I think, especially when it's somebody that, like, she's a dime, bro. Like, I'm overthinking it. That's what it is. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, go out there. Go out there. You can also have plausible deniability. You could just come with a reason as to why you're going out there. You know?
Yeah.
But now we're getting to the weeds. I would just say fly out there. That's just how I think about it.
All right. I'm back next month. Thank you.
All right, brother. All right. Who do we have next? Hello. Hello. Shorty just breathing into the phone. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good, good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great, love. What can I do for you?
I just had a question. I asked it on like your live before, but I don't know if you were able to see the comment. But I just had a question.
Okay.
So I was talking with someone, and at first it was going good. Right before the day he mentioned he was in a casual vibe, and then later on, like 2 weeks after the day, he was like, age is an issue, so he can't follow through with it. Like, he ended things. I was confused because the way he, I guess, approached me was not, I don't know, it just didn't seem like he would mention casual right before the date, and then he just said age was the issue.
So how did you meet him?
So I unexpectedly met him at work. We were not co-workers, we just worked in the same department and building. So I just wanted to break room to get something. He saw me there, and then he asked for my name. I asked for his, and then we small talk, and then that's it. I thought that was that. After that, I got a Instagram request. It looked like it was him, and it was him, because I was like, oh, he looks familiar. So I accepted it. I would post things like, my travels and stuff, and then he'll like it, and then he'll comment, he'll engage in it, and then one day he just randomly, he said, I know it's last minute, but like he got tickets to see this Broadway show. And I was like, I don't have availability right now, but, I'm open to hanging out. So then he asked me if I wanted to go to a concert with him, and I was like, I don't know the artists, I have to listen to their music. So then I jokingly was like, is there anything else you want to do? Because, like, he kept being persistent, and that's when he said, he found me attractive, and he'd been wanting to say that since he met me, since he asked for my name in the break room. And then, yeah. So then we transferred it to iMessages, and then we talked there, and that's when, like, things went on.
Okay. What kind of things went on?
No, like, we'll just talk. Oh, so first we just did small talk, like, I don't know, like, how long have you been working here? how many siblings you have, or like what's your hobby, stuff like that. One of the conversations we had, we ended up figuring out what each other's age was. So that was the first time where he was like, that was the first part. He was like, oh, like, are you still comfortable with that? You know, to be honest, because I'm 23, he was 30 at the time. So that was like, you know, like, it is something to consider, but I'm comfortable with that. So then we mainly do small talk. We'll say hi, good morning, but we mainly texted to like plan a date. So he planned a date, and then right before the date, he was like, you know, like, what are you into? Because I'm more so in for a casual vibe right now. And I was like, oh, you know, I want long term, but I have to get to know the person first. Like, you know, so we ended up still going on the date. It went well. He did tell me some things on the date that I'm kind of thinking maybe that's the real reason why. But then after the date, we talked for 2 weeks, and then he just told me that, like, oh, age was more of a factor now than he expected. And then, yeah.
Okay. And what's your question here?
I guess my question is, like, is it, I don't know, I guess I'm just confused on how he acted, and, like, how can I, like, because I'm more so about compatibility, so I guess I'm confused on how he acted, and what can I do to align with more people who have similar, you know, goals, relationship goals as me.
I mean, what the obvious thing here is that he said he wanted something casual, and you said you wanted something long term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of sucks because I do think there was chemistry there, but
But listen to what you just said.
it just sucks his readiness.
You said that
Huh?
you wanted compatibility, right? So if
Yes.
you truly want compatibility, then the moment somebody says they want something casual and you want something long term, that means you exit the situation.
That's true. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. That was pretty much it.
No problem, love. Take care.
You too.
All right. Daisy, chill out. Hello. Hello. All right, let's keep it moving. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
Great, love. What can I do for you?
I just kind of wanted to share my experience with everyone here, and just to basically try to understand if this person was maybe like a covert narcissist or whatever. Basically, long story short, I was dating this guy for 6 months. 2 months ago, he ghosted me for 3 weeks because I wasn't able to hang out with him for one weekend, and then he said that it wasn't that it was because he had heard that I was gonna leave him. So anyways, 3 weeks in no contact. So he comes back and blows up my phone at 4 a.m. On my birthday, trying to get me to take him back, and me trying to make it work a second time. I was willing to let him back in, and then a few days later he asked me to be his girlfriend officially. Mind you, this is the 6-month mark. And then literally like 2 weeks later, he just deleted the relationship from his Facebook profile. So I guess what I'm trying to ask is, I guess this guy is I guess he was just a narcissist playing with me, and I already broke up with him. So I guess I learned my lesson, you know.
All right. Did you have a question here?
I guess my question is, would you say that's maybe like narcissistic behavior to just to do that?
I don't think so, love. Why is that so important to you to find a label to slap on it?
Yeah, you're right. I should just accept it for what it is and just move on then. Yep. Just need confirmation for someone other than. I keep telling myself this, but I like to share just to not feel so alone in the experience, you know. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Yes, thank you so much.
No problem. Have a good one.
Bye bye.
All right. Let's see if we can get some juicy calls in here. Kind of a snooze fest so far, isn't it, people? All right. Hopefully we can get some actual real meaty problems. Because some of this shit, y'all could ask ChatGPT. I'm just saying. Just Google that. Just Google that. Low key. I need like actual, like, this a hard one. Like, damn, like this. It's a lot going on right here. Not like, oh, but he didn't text me back. So what does that mean? Is he a Capricorn? I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's keep it moving. Who else we got? Y'all know I get bored with simple questions. I need like actual problems to be stimulated. Hello. How you doing? Nelly, are you there?
Yes.
How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you?
Good. I've been dating this guy for the last 10 months. We broke up in December, and it was really good. He was like, his intentions were serious. You know, pretty much over the last 10 months, we had so many goals and plans for each other. Very active in hiking. Our families both met each other. Everything was going great. A lot of talk about having a family down the line. But the only thing that caught me off guard was a lot of the gift giving. And that happened a lot firsthand, and it was a little overwhelming where he started off really strong, and you know, it came to a point where when we went on this trip for my birthday, he flipped on me, where that nice, charming guy, like, whole mask just slipped off.
Right.
And, you know, for his birthday in the last July, you know, it was great. Everything went perfect. And for a trip that I planned to Bali, you would think it'd be amazing for, you know, my 30th birthday, but it somehow became a thing where I ended up finding out that he's an avoidant. And so everything I've shared over the last 10 months, it felt like he started weaponizing it. And, you know, right when we broke up, he ended up, started talking to a friend of mine who I had a fallout with. And so I guess my question is, I've never dated someone like this, and I felt so, like, how do I say, blindsided. Like,
right.
How can I move on from something that, you know, person trying to triangulate and not having the closure I deserved, given how, like, loving he was, you know, so respectful, charming. And the other thing that I found out through his mom is that he's in massive debt. So once I confronted him about it, obviously, instead of him wanting to talk about it, and ended up being where, oh, you're bashing me, when all I wanted to do was understand and how I could be a supportive partner to, you know, is there a reason with, you know, funds towards the end where you're like, oh, I can't keep up this facade.
Why were you talking to his mother?
Yeah.
Why were you talking to his mother?
His mother?
Yeah.
No, it was his mom. Oh, because we have a good relationship.
How long did you date him?
We have a good relationship.
How long did you date the guy?
10 months.
Oh, 10 months. Okay. Thought you said 3. Gotcha. So
Yeah, 10 months, yeah.
at what point did you see?
No, 10.
Gotcha. At what point did you see like the mask start to slip?
Like October of last year.
In terms of the 10 months, like month what? Month 3, month 4?
Let's see, month 9.
And what specifically happened on month 9?
I believe it came to the point where his family dynamic changed, where he found out that his dad was going to move to Mexico, and, you know, pretty much he was going to leave his mom, and that they were going to try to figure out how to pay for the house monthly, given that he doesn't pay rent or contribute.
So the guy that you were dating doesn't pay rent or contribute?
No.
How old are you two?
He's 35, I'm 30.
Okay. And how did you meet him?
I met him through mutual friends.
So for 8 months, he treated you like a princess.
Yes.
What did he do? How frequently did y'all see each other during those 8 months?
Every day. Every day.
Okay. No arguments in those 8 months, just perfection.
Yeah, pretty much. Other than, you know, I would tell him, hey, you should hang out with your friends. I notice you don't go to soccer every Wednesday. And he'd be like, no, I want to be with you. I want to hang out with you. And then, you know, over time, I feel like he just wanted to make sure that he had the control of knowing where I was, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it never came off as controlling, you know, because, you know, I started training for a triathlon, and right away he was like, oh, I'll go swim with you. He bought a bike, you know, and I saw it as like, oh, wow, like he's driven and motivated. But I'm like, is he just that good at marrying me and that good to play the game where there's like no way he could have cheated on me given on like everything we've done. Just that fallout with that girl that was my friend that he ended up pursuing.
Yeah, he knew y'all had a falling out before he pursued her?
Oh yeah, he knew everything. Because right when we got together, you know, I had, you know, my friend group meet him. It was just really weird. And I'm like, why are you guys so weird? And I ended up cutting those people off because it felt like there was a little bit of envy given that how he was spoiling me so much. And so,
what was he doing to spoil you?
Pretty much he would take me on like picnic dates, we'd go bike riding, have buy me like Nike gear, send me money, and I'm like, hey, like this is like too much, you don't need to do this, you know. And flowers every 2 weeks. We'd cook together, like Friday night, carb night. Like, it seemed so perfect. Like, I don't get why someone would, instead of being vocal about it, you know.
All right. So what's your question here?
How can I move on from something like this?
I don't think that's your real question because my response is you just do it. So what is your real question here?
Was he probably cheating on me?
No, sounds like he potentially was a narcissist. And I hate to use that word. Oh my God, I about threw up saying it. But it's what it sounds like. Y'all use terms and the terms are often wrong. So it's like, this is what a narcissist will look like. At least close to it. They love bomb at the beginning because they perceive you to be perfect, so they're the perfect lover, right? But there's oftentimes a big darkness within them that they're trying to cover up. They put a lot of effort into maintaining appearances, which is why you didn't know that he was.
Pleasing. Yeah.
People pleasing is not maintaining appearances. Hiding the fact that he was in crippling debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something. But the real tale is they tend to want revenge on you.
Yeah, that I've
Which
noticed
is
that hard.
which is you said that he threw things back in your face, and you also said that he's now dating one of the friends you cut off.
Yes.
So I'm not saying with certainty this person. I mean, I can't diagnose somebody with something, but just from a pattern recognition perspective, it does seem to fit. So, because what happens is they love bomb you because for two reasons. One, because they perceive you to be like perfect, so they're like fantasy projecting onto you. So they're not really in a relationship with you; they're in a relationship with who they think you are. And then once that fades, they think you did them wrong, like you deceived them because you're not as perfect as they thought you were, and now you got to pay the price for it.
Yeah.
So he's likely dating your friend just to stick it to you for no other reason other than that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So
That makes
that's what it
sense.
is. But
Thank you.
on your end though, people who are narcissistic tend to not like boundaries. You didn't have any. You didn't have any boundaries at all, right? Love bombing doesn't work on everybody. Certain people, they're like, I don't like you're trying to spend every single day with me. You're buying me things, that's cool, but like, that's not normal. Why are you doing so much? You barely know me. Then other people get the ego gratification from being love bombed. They're like, oh yeah, I'm getting treated really nice. Let me tell my friends about this. Whenever you're in a situation that's like it's a roller coaster and it's shooting up, it always comes crashing down. So just remember that for the future. If you're in a connection with somebody and it does this, it's going to do this. What you want is this, a gradual climb. If it shoots up, it's coming down. So if someone is immediately trying to spend all their time with you, buying you gifts, sending you money, sending you flowers, that is not sustainable. It's not. It's not sustainable for anybody. So yeah, I would avoid anything like that in the future. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because then after it started with the breadcrumbs trying to come back, and I'm like, and every time I try to ask, like, okay, tell me like what really happened, he's like, oh, it's a misunderstanding. I'm like, yeah, right.
Okay. So I appreciate the question, love. Hope you have a good one. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Who do we got next? That was a better call. That was a better question. I appreciate it. Daisy hit the nail on the head. I wish I can like do a study where we track these people after these conversations to see if they actually apply the advice. I feel like some of the people who are love bombed, and I tell them to keep an eye on it, will fall for it again. Can't help themselves. Can't help themselves. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Marquette, is it?
It's Marquette.
Marquette. Sorry about that. That's why I had to ask.
Appreciate you.
Okay. So my question is, narcissists tend to have to paint a narrative of what they look like to society.
Right.
And family members, so on and whatnot. I've noticed a pattern in some people that I believe are narcissists or have narcissistic traits, that they paint narratives that their actions don't live up to, like being a good father or, you know, being a good husband or brother, but their actions, like, it's blatant. Everyone can tell that you really suck at these things, but you paint the narrative as if you're this such, you know, great person. So my question is, are they aware? Do they lack self-awareness of the fact that, hey, I speak like this, but, you know, I think I'm doing it, but your actions, you know, their actions don't show it.
I'm certain I'm not the narcissist whisperer, but I will say that they don't have self-awareness. No. Typically.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so they just paint their narratives, and to them, well, they're self-absorbed, I guess. It is what it is. Whatever they paint is what they assume that their life really is. That's their reality.
All of their energy comes into maintaining appearances. That's what all of their energy is fixated on, because they're incredibly insecure. So it's they put a lot of energy into making you think something about them that they want you to think.
So
to have self-awareness would require for you to be kind of grounded in reality, which they are not.
Right. So what happens when you constantly start to they're in their world, but you constantly start to show them their truth. They're like, no, this is who you really are. Like, this is what you're saying, but I'm showing you your actions, and they are like picking up that, okay,
so
I realize.
My question to you is, why are you fixated on narcissists?
I'm very intrigued by the traits of a narcissist. I would say I was married to one for many years. Above narcissism, Machiavellianism, if you know about that, which is a little bit more intense.
Right.
But it intrigues me. I was able to come up out of that. Reading a lot of articles and doing a lot of research. That's what I put to it.
Right.
You know, and therapy, of course. Okay. Of course, a therapist is never going to tell you, oh, yeah, they were a narcissist, because that's not what we're here for.
Right.
But it's just very intriguing and very interesting how they seem to process and think about things.
Gotcha. Well, I'm not the narcissist guy. I regret even mentioning the name. I know a lot of people, that's their favorite subject. But I'm not the guy you're going to learn a lot about narcissism from. What I tell people is to avoid them. So like the advice that I would hypothetically give you is not pouring so much energy into this. Like, I have people in my family who have been married to narcissists, and it seems to be a typical pattern. If you deal with one, you become obsessed with learning about it. From my perspective, waste of time. I could do better. I could do better things, right? I would want to be like, how do I avoid people like that? The easy answer is just have boundaries, because they don't like those. They don't like boundaries. But I don't really, for me, there's not much utility in like diving deep into the psyche, it seems like, and it can almost be harmful because it's like now you're just staying in that place where you associate so much pain.
Okay. So I have another question for you, if that's okay, because I see here dating and relationships. I was scrolling and I found you. I found it pretty interesting. So regarding dating and relationships, topic of how do you know? First of all, we're never healed all the way as people.
Right.
We will never be healed because we're constantly working on ourselves.
Right.
So when would you know that you're, let's say, ready to, what are the indicators, the green flags when you should be looking to jump into another relationship?
Well, for you is when you're not reading textbooks about narcissism anymore, because that would tell me that like you fully have moved on from that, right? So let's say, for instance, you're trying to heal from a past situation. Okay, when you aren't so emotionally reactive to that situation anymore, you've processed it, right? And the reason why I would encourage you not to look so much into it, because I understand why you do. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have close people, relatives who went down this exact same path. They became experts on narcissism. Spent hours upon hours upon hours upon hours researching it, and it's like, for what? How did that help your life, right? You can teach a class on it now, but now you're no closer to finding a partner, right? That energy would be better used to heal from the situation.
I mean, I feel like it does help because, well, you would heal. You help yourself heal. Me, personally, knowledge helps me heal.
Okay.
So this is a while. I've been divorced for a while now. So it doesn't really have to do with that. But, there's other people in my circle that are dealing with it. So that's why I talk about it. But me personally, studying about it has helped me recognize the signs and avoid the situation. Not spend a year there, 6 months there, because I picked up on the signs earlier.
Well, and the easy shortcut to that, even if you didn't know those things, if you just had boundaries, you would naturally not have a narcissist in your life romantically.
That's true. You are right about that.
So it will be better use of time to like focus on the boundaries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you would automatically not be compatible with them anymore.
Right, because you have boundaries. They don't like boundaries. Well,
That's
the
it.
topic wasn't really narcissist. I just heard people on here and I scrolled by. I thought it was
Oh,
something.
you good, love. I just try to leave y'all with something that's helpful, because like I'm definitely not a guy to learn everything about narcissism. I've not personally went down that rabbit hole because I don't work with people who are narcissistic. So I learn just enough to help my clients avoid those situations. And from my studies, just having boundaries solves the problem. So I don't need to know anything else about it. So that would be the focus. And when you are, because it also, I'll tell you this, it's a sign that they haven't fully moved on from the situation. It's kind of like, so let's take narcissists off of the table for a minute. A lot of people, when they break up or get broken up with, they spend a lot of time thinking about why, right? And the function that serves is it keeps you tethered to that person. It's almost like the person doesn't want to fully grieve and let go of that past situation. And the last connection that they have is trying to figure that person out. Because if they were to let that go, that would mean they're fully letting that person go.
Okay. Makes sense. All right, that's it. Thank you.
No problem, love. Best luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Who else do we got? Hello. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Great. What can I do for you?
I was just curious on your thoughts with getting back with exes.
Uh-oh. Getting back with exes. All right. So what's the situation?
I dated someone for like 9 months, and he finished his like rotation program, and was picking which schools to go to.
Okay.
And at the time, I was like focusing on a promotion for work.
Okay.
And we broke up because he didn't want to do long distance. So he kind of ended it with me, but I've been like having a hard time with it. So I kind of want to reach back out.
Has the situation changed?
No, it was like 6 months ago we ended, and his thing was that he wanted us to both move together and like start the next chapter, but I was getting a promotion at work, so I felt like it was an ultimatum at the time, so I was like kind of hurt by how he put it all together. And then I moved here, whatever, and have been going out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is actually awful. And yeah, so that's like kind of where it stems from, I guess.
Wait, so like, are you in proximity to him? Physical proximity?
No, he moved. I'm still in Texas, and he's in Chicago.
But he doesn't want to do long distance.
No.
I'm confused here, love.
Well, I just want to reach out and see what's what. If you might have changed his mind, or...
I doubt it.
Well, no other options. That's just a hard no.
Doubt it.
Well, that was my question then.
All right, dear. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Aye. What's going on with y'all tonight, man? What is happening? Exactly. What is happening? Is it because it's Saturday? I'm in Chicago. I'll be nice to him. Ooh, you got some competition in the chat, love. Somebody that found your man. She said she close. She said she close. You gonna take that? I wouldn't take that. If I were you, I wouldn't take that. Personally. I don't know, man. Where did he move from? So he recently moved to Chicago? Chicago got some pressure. It might be a little bit too late. You love. You should have took that trip. You should have moved with him. They got him. He's gone. He cracking something underneath that beam right now downtown. Hey, that's right, Erica. Let him know. Let him know. He right underneath that beam doing work. Huh? Looking at his reflection. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
He got one hand on each beam. He got one on that beam and one on that beam. And he's just impressed with himself right now. That's happening right now. You have to go get him. You got to go take that flight. Okay, I'm done. I'm good, Choco. So, what can I do for you, love?
So, on the topic of getting back with exes, I have a very anxious attachment style, and I pushed my ex away. And within 3 days of us breaking up, he hooked up with someone else. But they had been talking like 2 weeks before he flew her out. And I went there July 4th weekend so we could figure out our relationship. And I told him to be honest with me, like if there was anyone else, because I could feel him checking out towards the end. And he wasn't honest with me, and I had to investigate and figure out the information on my own. So I ended things, but he's been saying how he regretted it and he still wants to be with me and I'm the one and all these other things. So we've been communicating every day since then. I don't know if I should keep the door open or if that's even a forgivable offense.
How old are you two?
I'm turning 29 next month, and he's turning 28, so he is younger than me.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess. So, how long were y'all together?
Almost a year. It would be a year in September.
How did y'all meet?
We met on a dating app.
Ah. All right. So, and why did y'all break up?
I guess I broke up with him a couple of times over, like I said, I had an anxious attachment style. So, like, any change in communication or, like, any little thing I would blow up over. And I did break up with him a couple times, and he was always the one wanting to work on it and mend everything. And I guess I came to my senses a couple months ago, but maybe it was too late at that point.
How many times you break up with him?
Probably like 5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 in a year?
Yeah.
How long have y'all been broken up?
Since July 4th weekend, when I found out all this stuff, like, he wasn't forthcoming with the information about.
You gotta let this go, love. You gotta let this go. It's best for you to kind of like be single for some time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, love. Best of luck to you.
Bye. Thank you.
I don't think I've ever dated anyone that anxious. I've tasted it. I've tasted anxious attachment, but I don't think I've ever. He's still underneath that beam. Previous caller, the stamina is outrageous. Bravo. He's still getting at it. There's a crowd now. He's amassing a crowd. Anyway, I've never dated anyone that anxious before. So I don't know how y'all go through that. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. You got one time. And we might repair. Twice? Like, in my experience with dating people who are anxiously attached, they make you anxious. Because they'll find little things to complain about. I remember I was dating this anxious chick, man. I was on the phone, and I found myself, like, monitoring what I was saying. Because she had me anxious on, like, I was, like, walking through a minefield, like, making sure I didn't step on the fucking mine. Like, okay, is this okay? Okay, that seems to be okay. All right, is this okay? All right, that's okay. Is this all right? All right, that's okay. All right, is this okay? Fuck. Mine. Now my leg is gone. Right? I reflected on that one day. I was like, oh no, I can't be doing that. There's no way. You gotta control that shit. I can't be feeling like this. I ain't even doing nothing wrong over here. I ain't even doing nothing wrong. You got me a nervous wreck just to have a conversation. But that whole breaking up 5 or 6 times in a year, I thought Buddy was toxic. He is. But she wasn't into him. You're one of those, huh? If anything bad happens, they didn't like you. You know what that don't like it shit sounds to me? Because it's so stupid. It's like someone has a peanut allergy and they eat some peanut butter and then they died because they ate peanut butter. They went into what they call anaphylactic shock or some shit like that. And they're like, they died because of the nut allergy. It's like, no, they didn't. Can't you see? This motherfucker just doesn't like peanut butter. That's what y'all sound like to me. Talking about peanut allergy. No, he didn't like the taste. He didn't like the taste of the peanut butter, and that's what killed him. It's so overly simplistic. It's so overly simplistic. My God. There are more explanations than someone either likes you or they don't like you. And that's most people on the fucking internet because they cannot think with nuance for 1 second. It is so fucking annoying. All right. Who else we got? What's up, Raven? What's going on, love? We got another caller? Goated analogy, by the way, if I do say so myself. Goated analogy. Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what happened? Did you take her down? Princess, you can try to come back up. I think they removed you by accident because they thought you didn't mean to come up. It won't CJ this time. It's normally CJ. Express, you're good, love. I was about to take her down too. You're good. You're good. All right, let's try this again. What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can. What's going on?
Okay, sorry. So I know you talk about static environments, like gyms and things like that. So I just joined this gym, and it's a guy that I like. Well, I'm interested in him, but I don't get the whole static environment thing. Like, how, like, if a guy is interested in you, like, should they talk to you the first day they see you at the gym, or like? I don't know. I don't get how it goes.
So the gym is not the best static environment. So it's technically a static environment if you go at the same time every day because you sync up with other people's schedules, right? But when I made the videos on it, I included the qualifier that it needs to be an environment that encourages social interaction. The gym doesn't really encourage social interaction. So the only people who I would tell to treat the gym like a static environment are people who are a bit more outgoing and extroverted. Because they'll proactively go and make those connections. Like, I treated the gym as a static environment because I'm more proactive and extroverted. So I'll go and talk to people.
Okay, because it's a boot camp class on Saturday. So it's like, it's not a lot of people. It's kind of small.
Okay, that's fine.
But this is my first time going.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like, it's hard to know, like, if a guy's, like, interested or not in the gym, I feel like.
So, okay. So, have you ever shot your shot at a man before?
No, I don't know how to do that.
No? Okay. How old are you?
30.
30. Okay.
I just turned 38.
Why'd you delay that 8 like that?
Because I was about to say 37, but literally my birthday was yesterday, so.
Shorty said, I'm 30.
I gotta get used to, like, saying 38.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So, you can shoot your shot in a feminine way. Not a man. So, when I say shoot your shot, I'm sure a lot of women heard, like, go ask for his number and call him handsome. No, don't do that. That's the masculine approach. Don't do that. Feminine approach is just creating an opening. That's it. Creating an opening, which you already do. When you make eye contact with someone, you're creating an opening. When you smile at someone, you're creating an opening. That's like the feminine version of shooting your shot, right? But you can go a step beyond that and still not put yourself at risk for rejection, okay? And the way that you do that is, I have a mod, her name is Hannah, and she's really good at this. So Hannah's favorite thing to do if she sees a guy that she's interested in is to kind of ask him for help with something. This is just one way to do it, by the way. This isn't the way.
Okay.
But so if she's at the grocery store, she's only 5 feet tall, so she can't reach the top of the shelf. So she may ask a guy who she's interested in for help and get something off the top of the shelf. Now, the reason why that's so good is because it puts her in her feminine positioning because she's receiving something, right? And it puts the man in more of the masculine because he's solving a problem and giving you something. Okay? So the play there is, so the reason why this works so well is because the hardest part for men, especially nowadays, is they are terrified of doing the wrong thing and making somebody uncomfortable. There are guys out there that don't mind making you uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong. But the good ones, they don't want to make you uncomfortable, so they may not approach you at the gym because they've heard women say they don't want to be approached at the gym.
Oh, I see.
Right? So they're like, okay, well, even though I'm attracted to her, I've heard women say not to approach at the gym, so I'm going to leave her alone. Right? So the hardest part for them is to initiate the conversation. That's the hard part. Once they're actually in it, things tend to flow if they're interested. Okay? If they're interested and they're available. Okay? So with the Hannah example, the guy may have wanted to talk to her, but for whatever reason doesn't feel like it's appropriate to talk to her at a grocery store. But when she creates that opening and asks for help, now he's already in the conversation with her and he can take it further. Right? So that's what you want to do. You just want to create an opening. You at least want to have that option available for yourself. Like the gym version of that is can you help me on this machine, or are you using this piece of equipment? Very simple. Very simple. Because you're just bringing them into an interaction.
Should a guy be asking for your number like the first time he sees you? Like, for example, at the gym?
I don't recommend it unless he's receiving, like if there was a guy asking me for this advice, I would tell him not to shoot his shot the typical way where he's trying to get the number and get the date unless the woman was showing very obvious signs of interest.
Oh, okay.
If not, I would tell him more to play the long game where he just talks to you from time to time. But when he sees you, he engages you. And as y'all build rapport, he naturally segues to some sort of date or get together outside of the gym.
Okay. That would take so long, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta play the long game. I mean, a lot of women say they want that slow burn, right?
Oh, because like we talked today, and like we was definitely like making eye contact. He smiled, like, but he didn't ask for my number. Like, so I was just so confused why he didn't ask for my number.
He may not do that yet. Like, what kind of vibe did you feel during the interaction? Do you feel like he was attracted?
Yeah, I feel like he was attracted to me.
Okay. Well, then if he's attracted and he's available, just give it some time. That don't mean to wait around on it.
Right.
But yeah, just give it some time.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, one more question. Mm-hmm. If you tell a guy like he's handsome, could that be like shooting your shot, or that's not shooting your shot?
I mean, you can do that. There's people who do it. So when I say not to do it in the direct way, it's for a few reasons. One, a lot of women don't want to do that. They don't want to directly. Women are more sensitive to rejection than men are. So a lot of women they're just not going to do it. And then a lot of them also are old school and traditional minded, so they have a psychological resistance to doing it. But then also sometimes, well, this doesn't really apply to just saying he's handsome. That's fine. I wouldn't go like trying to get his number and stuff like that. Because a lot of guys would view that as like you just do that a lot with men and they may not trust it. Some guys don't care. Some guys don't care. They don't care. So this is just, I'm just speaking of general patterns. There's exceptions all over the place. Mm-hmm. But there are guys who are like, she came to me very bold trying to get my number. She's doing that to a lot of men out here, right? So they'll kind of disqualify you for that. It's the same thing, like you can sleep with some guys first night and they don't even look at it weird and get in a relationship with them, and then other guys, you ruin your chances forever sleeping with them the first night. So it's just a case-by-case basis.
Okay. Because I followed this guy on Instagram. Like, I just followed him, and then he posted a picture, and I was like, okay, I see you look handsome. And I was like, I don't know, was that too, like, forward? I don't think handsome
But
he was just like, thank you, love. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think handsome is a problem. You could be more sly and just compliment something. They don't even got to be their looks. They could be the haircut. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't think that's too far with it. I just wouldn't. I would try to be what I would try to avoid is flipping the polarity to where you're taking the masculine role and he's in the feminine role. Right? So,
Okay.
and that's a big problem in society. Don't get me on that tangent. But the feminine is like the flower that is supposed to be like cherished and appreciated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to use an analogy. When you go a little bit too aggressive, you turn the man into that flower.
Oh, I see.
He's the flower now. Ain't a
Yeah,
good,
so I'm just
ain't a good thing.
gonna just keep having interactions with him and see what happens, and then date around, date other people, of course,
Okay.
and see what happens.
Yeah, you can like escalate a bit. Like there's nothing wrong with paying a compliment and calling him handsome. I just wouldn't recommend being like. Again, it also works. So there's
But he should
exceptions.
know I'm interested now, right? Since I said he's handsome.
Say it again.
He should know that I'm interested now, right?
I'm sure he probably already knows you're interested. There may be something else going on that's blocking him.
Oh, okay.
Now you don't know his situation. He could like if you said that you felt the vibe that he's attracted, he could be attracted but then have a situation going on. That's something that
Oh,
can be
true.
or he may want to not make it awkward at the gym. I wouldn't judge it off of this one interaction though. I'll have a few more interactions with him before you start coming to those conclusions.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your advice.
No problem, dear. Best of luck to you, all right?
Thank you.
Daisy, you out here shooting your shot? I didn't know you had it in you, love. I know Sabrina out here shooting. That's not surprising. Sabrina be like, I'll pick you up at 12. We're going to this nice restaurant. You're getting the steak. I don't hear no lip. That's what you're getting. And yeah, that's it. That's it. You just gotta be careful with that, man, because it might work very well on feminine men. So be careful. Unless you want a feminine man. I mean, to each his own. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it. I'm just saying that that's probably what it would work. Seems like that would work on a man who was like a little bit more feminine. So when you're changing the tire and shit like that, they can't be mad because that's what you asked for. I'm joking. I'm half joking. You're the most handsome man I've ever seen. No shade. Okay. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Kind of put a little bit too much on it though, Daisy. Ugh. Ease up a little bit. Jesus Christ. Ever seen? Was that even true? Or you risen them up a little bit? She put a lot of extra glaze on it. I've ever seen. No shade. No shade ain't even fit in that. Where was the shade at? What about if someone gave them, hold on. What about if someone gave them a number? Is that too bold? If someone gave them your number? Explain yourself. They work for it though, so that's why I said, listen, here's what I tell clients too. I tell this to friends. I'm here to advise you. But if your intuition tells you opposite of what I say, trust your intuition. Trust that. And I don't mean anxious attachment intuition or avoidant attachment intuition. I mean true intuition. If your intuition tells you something opposite, I would trust that over anything that I utter. So if you feel like very strongly you should go and shoot your shot like that, then do it, because there are exceptions all over the place. Remember, the map is not the territory. I'm giving you a map. The map is not the territory is one of my favorite statements, because it's like favorite mental models. So like if I gave you a map of New York, right? You would be able to navigate New York, right? But if you went to New York, there will be parts of New York that are not represented on that map. So when I'm giving this advice, I'm giving you a map. But no map can accurately covers it can't include every nuance of reality. No map can. No map can cover every nuance of reality. Okay? So the map is useful. It can help you navigate, but it's not the end all be all. So if your intuition tells you to do something different, do that. All right? All right, what do we got next? Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Wonderful. How you doing today?
Great, love. What can I do for you?
I have a question. So I know this guy, and he's in my Bible study. We talk there on, and I finally I feel confident asking guys out. So it wasn't hesitation for me to ask him out. So I text him saying like, hey, would you like to go and grab coffee sometime? And then he texted me saying that he's very busy this week, but he would like to take a rain check sometime. When I read that, my brain went to, okay, he's rejecting me. So I want a guy perspective. Is that rejection, or he's just saying he's busy?
That's rejection.
That's a rejection.
Man or woman, that's rejection. Like normally somebody, if they're really interested, even if they are busy, they will give you another time that they are available. Saying sometime, like you're not that busy.
Yeah.
You're not that
That's
busy.
what I thought. Okay. Thank you so much. I just need a guy to clarify that for me, because I can think of the worst thing sometimes. So yeah. Thank you so much for clarifying that for me.
No problem, love. Best luck to you, all right?
Of course. Thank you.
All right. That's unfortunate. She'll be all right, though. She will be all right. I saw that it's been going viral, the whole idea of a lot of Christian men aren't really masculine. What do y'all think about that? She did seem sweet. I hope it works out for her. This wasn't the right one. What do y'all think about that, though? I made a video a long time ago about it. Long time ago about it. It was before I even, called myself a coach. It was like the first semi-viral video. Not true? Depends what kind of Christian man you're talking about. Now, in my video, I say that a true man of God is like peak masculinity. Like, it's the most masculine you're going to get. The most masculine you're going to get. But I also must say, it might depend on where you're located. It might depend on where you're located. It might depend on where you're located. I'm in North Carolina. Most masculine men I know are Christian. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if a man truly does live like that, like follow the biblical tenets, 1000%. That's the highest degree of masculinity you can obtain. For sure. I know men like that. Right? But I also have come across a lot of Christian guys who tend to fixate on that love shit a bit too much. You know, tend to fixate on a little bit too much. Take God, right? How God is described. It's like the lamb and the lion. The lamb and the lion. The lamb, love, grace, and the lion, like strong, strength. I've come across a lot who were lambs. Just want to get y'all perspective on it. Could be wrong. Might be a location thing. One guy, 300 women. What are you talking about, Doug? So Daisy, in Texas, most of the Christian men there more masculine in nature. I can tell you in NC it's not like that. In the city I grew up in, absolutely wasn't like that. Absolutely. I mean, the guys who were in the churches that I've been exposed to, where I'm at in North Carolina, put more of an emphasis on dressing up for Easter Sunday. And going to buffets and shit. You don't have to be masculine because there's so many women chasing them. I'm still confused, love. The ones overly involved in church, that's what I'm talking about. But even that though it can go either way. It can go either way. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that. What popped in your head made you say that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. I've seen a lot of that, but obviously not one person. So I don't know how it is in other parts of the country. Because I did see a guy who made a video recently. I don't know where he was located. He was somewhere like deep south. And he was like, guys, he ain't like that. What does overly involved mean? I'm assuming she means like overly involved in the church. Not like they just go to church, but like hold the responsibilities in the church. That type of stuff. Like on staff, maybe front row of the choir. Yeah, stuff like that. Even that sometimes is, you can still find, a guy. What I was saying in the video is there may be, like a lot of churches in America have more of a feminine bend to them. What I mean by that is there's so what I was saying in the video, my hypothesis was every church kind of has like a culture, right? So you look at someone like Philip Anthony Mitchell at what was it, 2819? The way he preaches, like that very hard way of preaching, may attract a more masculine type of man, right? So his teaching style may attract a congregation of men who are a bit more masculine because of how he's preaching, right? So I told women when I made that video, I have like a slightly different opinion now. I was like, hypothetically, if you wanted to find more of a masculine Christian man, you might have better results if you place yourself in a more masculine leaning church. I could be wrong though. I literally came up with that while I was making the video. I didn't think about it at all. It was like, oh, that seems like it makes sense right here after 3 seconds of thought. But could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Mr. O'Neal, you might need to go be baptized yourself, brother. You might need to go ahead and wash away them sins, baby. Just gonna baptize you real quick. Oops. That's one little baptism. Anyway, moving on. CJ, what's going on, man? Where you been at? Where you been at? Figured that would bring the mods out. Figured that would bring the mods out real quick. Are you taking any more requests? I could take one more. I was just going to yap for a bit, but yeah, I'll take on one of the fellas. You got a question, big dog? Yo.
Yo, oh goddamn, let's get him out my speaker. Jesus Christ. Hey, quick question, my guy. How you doing tonight? Love your content. You always give very good advice. Give me that straight up.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, so quick question. So my girl, I'm gonna say it like this. Me as a person, I already in my early 20s, my mid 20s, I already clubbing, I already did my bar hopping, all the type of crap, right? And my girl being a single mom as she was, and I get it. She had she had her kid young. She didn't get to do all that when she was younger. Yada 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 yada. Right? My girl, well, she's in that phase now of her life where she wants to, kind of go bar hopping, brunch, and I get it. She's a bit of a bougie Barbie. Not saying like that's wrong. However, we're 4 months in, and like honestly, I feel like she kind of bamboozled me a bit, where she was like, I'm a chill girl, I'm a homebody, blah, 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 right? And she has like one sister lives here in Florida and others that live in Kansas City. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to break down why I say all that in a second. Mm-hmm. So, since I've met her, it's been like probably 5 months. 2 months we talked, and then 4 months after the 2 month mark, we made it official. We do mostly. I'm not saying I don't do my own stuff or my own time, but when she wants to do something, she always wants to like kind of like go do some bougie shit, like, oh, let's go to get some Starbucks or let's go shopping for fun. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, honey, okay. So now she's off in Kansas City celebrating her sister's birthday, right? Which was 2 days ago, but now today she's just chilling out up there still. And it's like the third day in a row they're going out for the weekend, for the night. And I'm like, all right, cool. Kind of glad I didn't go because she invited me. And I'm like, me personally, I'm at the different stage of my life where I'm just hella chill. Okay?
Right.
And once in a blue moon, growing up, I wouldn't even do that. In my 20s, once, like, in a blue moon, I would even do that in my 20s. Go, not even bar hopping, but it was back going to the club or some shit. She doesn't usually go to clubs, but if she had the money, she'll go to brunch or go bar hopping every day. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Me, I'm efficient. I like to save money a little bit. I don't mind being home, or I don't mind going out. I always mix and match, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like every time, we've done mostly like a lot of things that she wanted to do, a little bit what I want to do. Not saying that's the problem. The problem is, I just think it's like, would you find out uncomfortable letting your girl just be like, yo, let's go bar hopping? Or like, I don't know why I find that low-key uncomfortable. But if you get what I'm trying to say.
Not really, big dog. Only because you kind of was all over the place. So what is the core problem? Her going bar hopping?
Well, she likes to do shit that wastes unnecessary money. To me personally, like, I know I was all over the place. I mean, I don't know, man. I know I'm not controlling. Let me clarify. She likes to go do things that are not chill or always wants to go do something extravaganza versus I'd rather save money, do that once a month, and she'll rather do it almost any chance she can. And if I don't go, she's all butthurt about it. How the hell am I controlling? But go on. I don't know. I'm saying, would you find that somewhat uncomfortable? Like, You know, me, I like to go to a cigar lounge and chill. Sure, she likes to go waste money, get drunk, go off, go do it every time she can. I think I'm saying that right. If you know what I'm trying to say.
She's getting drunk where?
At a bar, out with her friends, and she always it's always like a group thing. She tries to do it almost every weekend.
Okay.
And she just lost her job too on top of it.
What is
No,
she?
she ain't using my money, but
What is?
honestly,
Okay, stop focusing on the comments because it's gonna make this take longer than what's necessary. So, what did she lose the job for?
honestly, it wasn't even her fault. The
Okay.
place was trying to budget and shit, and she was a assistant manager,
Okay.
which was shocking because she wasn't comfortable training she was not comfortable training the person that they wanted her to train. They literally
Gotcha.
fired her for that.
Gotcha. Okay. So, how long have you been together?
In a relationship for 4 months, known each other for 6 months.
Okay. And how old are you two?
She just turned 33. I'm 32, turning 33 soon.
Okay. How'd y'all meet?
Through the one person I'm not close with at all. My mother.
Have you called in before?
Yeah, I called you before, like 5-6 months ago.
Okay. The same girl?
Yeah, man.
What was your original call about?
It was about that. It was about, hey, I met this girl through my mom, but should I take that risk? But I took the risk because, hey, you know what? Who knows what could happen? So
Gotcha. Okay.
that's why.
Okay. So, what is the actual thing bothering you? The activity or the money that's being spent?
I think a mix of both. Even though I know it's not my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mix of both.
Okay.
And then
So what meaning
I
are
feel
you?
like she not has her priorities straight. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So she's drinking on the weekends consistently, and she's spending money unnecessarily from your perspective.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. So what is your question about this situation?
My question is, in somewhat of a weird way, would you find that uncomfortable or how to explain? Just not be or impulsive. Or not.
Are you looking?
Not having your priorities straight, pretty much. That's what I'm saying.
Do you want to get married?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, these are things to think about if you're trying to actually build a life with somebody. Like
Exactly.
I see people in the chat saying that that's her money, but it's like eventually it will be both of your money. Right? So
Exactly.
So, but the thing is, that ain't nothing to change about her. That's just a compatibility thing. So you gotta look at this. You gotta look at this as like, okay, the way she lives. I guess there's nothing wrong with it, but is that in alignment with what I'm trying to build? And it sounds like the answer to that question is no.
Okay, one other question related to it. I get two people have two different type of lifestyles. Do you think two different lifestyles could work together?
Not if they are contradicting one another. If they're not adding friction, then yeah. But if you want to live in the city and she wants to live on a farm, that ain't gonna work. But if you're an entrepreneur and she works 9 to 5, very different lifestyles, that could work. May not add so much friction to the dynamic, right? It depends on if it's going to add friction. Compatibility is really a measurement of friction. How much friction is going to be present in this relationship?
Give me your definition of friction, if you may.
Just conflict, bumping heads, problems to be solved.
So you're saying like if things can be resolved, if conflicts can be resolved, type of thing.
This ain't one that's gonna be resolved though.
Yeah. She even told me, she's like, yeah, you know, last relationship I was with, I couldn't really go out that much because I was watching my baby and some that. I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting the shit in the stick because I'm just trying to chill out and like, right, and go to the beach or something and maybe like go to the zoo, museum, go axe throwing, fuck, bowling.
Yeah,
darts.
Go find a woman like that.
You know? Alright.
Worst thing to do is be complaining about this shit. I'm going to be honest with you. That's the worst thing because y'all ain't been together long enough to warrant you to like stick it out. It's been a few months. So this is the easiest time to leave. So it's like if you already see that it ain't going to work out, just go ahead and leave and find someone who does want to throw darts. And there's plenty of women out there like that.
True. Now, on the other hand, outside of her having that part, now I'm going to add this because she does do this. She is outside of that, she's a wifey material 1000. And I do not ask her to do any of this. She does it because she tells me, I know what I'm supposed to do. And this is what I want to do. It makes me happy to do this. She cooks. She cleans my crib, by the way. Okay. And I never ask her to, but I always help out. If she cooks, I always clean the dishes, but she does this out of her own nature. Because she loves to do it. Just loves to take care of me. And I'm really appreciative. And I always buy her flowers every other Friday. I do take her out. I do this over her anniversaries. I make sure she's appreciative and she makes sure I'm appreciative. But it's just those little things that she likes to do. And granted, she made a good comparison. She's like, Nick, you like to go do the cigar lounge, and my cigar lounge is me going out bar hopping. I'm like, damn, she made a good point there, but I'm just conflicting in a sense to me in my brain. I don't know. I know. That's all. I'm just complaining.
You didn't change anything to me. You just said there's things you like and things you don't like, and the things you don't like are going to be a bigger issue in the future.
So my question here is, should I talk to her like, hey, listen up, I'm trying to build for a better future?
No.
Okay, no.
No. This is not a conversation. This is what she chooses to do. So both of y'all should find,
deal with it or not.
Yeah, both of y'all should find people who are on that type of timing.
The things I do for love. All right, man. Thank you very much, man. I got a really good answer out of this. Thank you.
No problem, brother. Best of luck to you, all right?
Good advice, man. Keep it going.
Appreciate you, bro. You take care.
Wait, hold on. How the hell did I get out of this?
I got you. All right. No more calls. We're done with calls. But yeah, man. Also, that other shit probably gonna stop. It's only been 4 months. I don't know if Buddy wants kids, but when kids come, you picking up your own draws. When kids come, you picking up your own draws. So be prepared for that. It's still the honeymoon phase. That's like a heuristic that I use with people. I had a person push back. I think I had a client actually. Chill out, Bree. I had a client push back on it. I tell people a simple heuristic. If you having a lot of problems in the honeymoon phase, just go ahead and get up out of there, man. The honeymoon phase, like the first 6 months, you having a lot of issues, go ahead and get up out of there. And I had a client push back. She was like, but everyone's different. I'm like, it ain't that different. You having that many problems, like the first 6 months, like shit gonna get mad worse. It's gonna get mad worse. Just go ahead and dip on out when it's easy to dip out. First 6 months is easier to dip out. You get a couple of years up in, it's gonna be harder to dip out. It's gonna be harder to leave. There's so many people in that situation. How long have you been together? About 4 months. Really? He already called you a stank breath bitch? Y'all, 4 months in your last argument, he called you a funky, crumb-eating bitch. That's what he said to you. 4 months in. So, I would suggest... wouldn't bet on this one. Wouldn't bet on this relationship. I would go ahead and get up out of there. I would get right on out of there. I use that example specifically because there was a caller that called in. Y'all heard the other caller? She was like, they were together for how long, man? What was it? I was like 4 months, 4 to 6 months. And she went on holiday. You know, vacation is holiday overseas, right? She went on holiday and she came with her family. and she came back with tan lines. It's a long distance relationship. Tan lines. And she came back in the crib. Buddy said, bitch, are those tan lines I see? Those tan lines I see? You had on a bikini? Oh, you cheating. Buddy said he saw tan lines, so she's cheating. Called her everything but a child of God. Her question was, how do I rebuild trust? How do I rebuild trust? Respectfully, if she's listening. But I felt for her because it's like, what are we talking about? That's the wrong question. Demanded to go through her phone all because she had tan lines from having on a bikini after returning from holiday. Couple of months in, long distance, with her family. She got a child, special needs. I don't know. The book will be here soon. A lot of people need it. The book will be here soon. You said I saved her. I don't know. People stay in bad situations all the time, man. Regardless of the advice. Especially women. Men do too. Because men don't like to leave. We don't like to leave. We don't like that shit. And before somebody says, mine left. All right. Generally speaking. We don't like to leave. Was he Muslim? I think so. But still. She's not Muslim. They never had a conversation around that kind of stuff, right? So, like, he was trying to tell her, like, I want my woman to dress more modestly, which is true. They do want you to dress more modestly. But if that was the case, he would focus on that aspect of things, not you cheated on me. Those are two different conversations. Someone getting mad at you for not being modest is a completely different conversational path than you wore a bikini, so now you cheated on me. Who is he? Right? That's insecurity, not a cultural thing. That's just flat out insecurity. Why don't men like to leave? I mean, there's multiple reasons. There's many different reasons. Like, a lot of guys will stay in bad situations too. That happened on 90 Fiancé, that's why I asked. Gotcha. You're fine. I wasn't really trying to take a shot at you or anything like that, but I had a conversation with her on that call. Like, it ain't, because she made that point. Like, he say he wants his woman to dress modestly. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure, but that ain't what this is, though. Because she was more than willing to dress that way, too. Like, she was willing to change. He wouldn't let the shit go, though, because he was fixated on her cheating on him. Because she had tan lines. I'm like, all right, bro. Whatever. Danny, we ready to fire up the Mod Pod, man? Sabrina. Sabrina, waiting on you to shoot your shot. I've been just looking at the phone. Any day now. Any day now. All right, people. If you're new here, make sure to follow. Player, hold on. Don't put them accusations on me. Don't you put those out. How my players, bro? I'm here talking to y'all every fucking night. Where the hoes at, Sabrina? Where they at? Show me one. I'm in here working. Huh? I'm in here working. Anyway, as I was saying, if you're new here, make sure to follow. I go live twice a day, except for Sundays. If you want to watch the replays of these lives, you can follow me on YouTube. Link in bio for that. It's at The Signal Dating. In your static environment, it's crazy. What else? If you want coaching, 1 hour coaching call, just DM me the word coach. And yeah, I'll get back at you, show you exactly how you can book the call. All right. Appreciate the mods. Appreciate the chat. I will see you all Monday.